Yesterday I had mentioned, we talked about mediocrity yesterday, okay? And, the sad thing about it is that when you talk about when you have conversations like that, all right, I always tell people it makes people, for some people it's a wake-up call, and some people will take it as an attack. But generally the people who take it as an attack as opposed to using the energy that they should use to fix their lives, they want to get mad at the person that's pointing out the facts. Okay? Now, if you notice in the conversation, I said mediocrity is something that, or excellence is different for every single person. And I've always said in my talks that I never judge a person for where they are, but for where they've come. Right? But, I also mentioned yesterday, I want people to be very mindful of this. To beware of those people that are in your circle, but not in your corner. And I think it's very important, especially for people like myself who are influencers. But even you, there's a lot of people that are in your circle, but not in your corner. And I'm having this conversation because of a comment that someone left on my page about, because I posted, and I want you guys to go and read this comment. It's on my Instagram page under the video of mediocrity is not okay. It's not okay to be mediocre, actually, is the thing. First off, they come off easy for you to say, Mr. Miami model, living in a high-rise condo, insinuating that I've had no struggles, no trials in my life. They say only a hit dog will holler. As opposed to using the energy to fix or recognize that maybe they could be doing better in their lives, they use the energy to attack me. But let's talk about that for a second. Because let's really analyze this. And I always tell people this, right? I'm not really taken by followers. I think, how many people have heard me say that? I'm not on here for a popularity contest. All right? But clearly, and I know this for a fact, and this may not be you, and I hope it's not you, but there's a lot of people that follow and are just sitting there waiting for the day that I fall or stumble. Those are the people that are in your circle, but they're not in your corner. They want a front row seat, because the day something happens is the day, see, I told you he was the type. And that's what makes people very reluctant to help people, because of people like that. It's not going to do that to me, because I do realize there's some really good people out there, and I have helped some people in this world. But that's a perfect example of the type of people that are in our society, that are in our corner. These are the people who have the same skin color, come from the same place, but their hearts and souls are wrought with jealousy and envy, that they're just waiting for you to fall. Be very mindful of those people who are in your corner, in your circle, but not in your corner. They look like you, they sound like you, they come from the same place like you, but they want you to fall. These are the very same people who will look at you when you're not performing at your best, when you're mediocre, when you're fat, overweight, and diseased, and tell you it's okay. Why? Because they're in the same place and they want you to be there. You see that lady that left that comment? She wants me to be in the same situation that she is. She can't wait until I fall. She can't wait until there's bad news about me, until something comes out. People in your circle, not in your corner. All right? And every now and then we have people that come along and tell us the truth. Get it together. Right? And what do people try to do? They try to find fault in a flawless message. Get it together. Now, insinuating that I've had no trials in my life is comical, because that means you know nothing about me. But for the people who don't know about me, right? I don't hide the fact that I was a child of privilege. I was born to, affluent parents that were powerful. But what a lot of people may not know is that we lost everything due to war. I saw war as a child, all right? I saw things a child should not see, okay? When I moved to the United States, my family was dead broke. Now, I don't know a lot of people who understand that, it's easy to be, I shouldn't say it's easy, but I think it's easier to never have had and work and get it than to grow up with a life of quote unquote ease and then lose it all. Got to restart, okay? But I did that, and I'm not looking for some kind of medal for that. I did that, built everything I had, lost it all again. Guess what I did? I dusted off, and I did it again. All right? What you see right now is someone that built everything on their own. I don't whine, I don't complain. There's some days that are better than others. But everything that I talk about, I talk from an angle of actual experience. I know what it's like to be down. I know what it's like to be knocked down. I know what it's like to be stabbed in the back. Okay? So when somebody like that comes up, unfortunately, that lets you know what 80% of people are like. That's why most people never amount to anything. Why? Because as opposed to putting energy and effort into their lives and changing their lives, they're putting energy and effort into waiting for the people who have done something to fall to be just like them. People who are in your corner, in your circle, but not in your corner. Okay? And sadly, of the 260-something thousand followers, over 90% of people are in your circle, but not in your corner. When you look around to your friends, your family, all the ne'er-do-wells, okay, could do better, nearly did well, but didn't, they're in your circle, but they're not in your corner. It's very difficult in this world to do well. It's very difficult in this world to rise above. And every time you try, there will be people, especially the people who are in your circle. Those are the ones that try to pull you down and pull you down the hardest. Why? Because they can't wait to make you as common as them. They can't wait to find a chink in your armor. That's why people in the powers that be use the people that are closest to you, the people that look like you, people that sound like you, the people that are from the places you're from. They use them against you. They use them to tell you it's okay to talk like you don't have an education. It's okay to blame everybody else for your problems even though you haven't done anything to fix them. It's okay that when you have one setback in life to just lay back and blame the rest of your life on that one setback. It is okay because you know what? You live in a food desert to eat jacked up food. It's okay to remain on welfare your entire life because you know what? You were born without, you weren't born with advantages. It's okay. And it's also okay to get mad at anyone else who took the same disadvantages that you had and won with it. It's okay to hate on them because something's wrong with them. They're the type. People in your circle, not in your corner. Everybody that looks like you, sounds like you, seems like you, ain't like you. Okay? And so, and it's not even about haters, because I don't really even believe in haters. What happens is that they admire you, but they don't have the character to do anything for themselves, as opposed to asking, how do you do it? How do you wake up every single day motivated How do you wake up every single day to come and talk and give information? How do you get started? How do you keep going? They don't ask you those questions. They just want what you have. And they assume that you got it so easily. Even the people who work their asses off. I always wonder what brings someone pleasure to see someone who has never done anything to them but try to help them. What brings someone, or try to inspire them? What brings someone so much pleasure that they delight in their downfall, that they sit down and sit and pray for them? You know, we saw that with the death of Kevin Samuels, right? Like him or not. What kind of toxicity do you have in your system that you would celebrate the death of another person just because they had a different opinion as you? That you would actually jump on the rumors that the man was broke, even though if you had half of a brain, you would realize you saw him make money every night with badges, and he was on YouTube, you know, making hundreds of thousands a month. But you see, when you're jealous, when you are envious, when you are lazy, when you are stuck, when you are so wrapped up in your toxicity, common sense gets abandoned. Okay? Very few people who attain anything worth having in life have had an easy life. Don't let the smile fool you. There are many a days that have been very difficult. Okay? I know loss. I've lost both parents, all my grandparents. I've lost a sister. I've lost a brother. I've lost money. I've lost friends. I've been abandoned by people. And yet I decide to bring the best of me forward. I do this because I lost my mom to cancer, for the people who don't know. And it brings me joy whenever I can help someone, that they can help someone else avoid the same fate unnecessarily. Do I make money doing this? Of course I do. Do I do it for the money? No, I do not. If I did, I would be making a lot more, because I could charge a lot more. It's not like the proof isn't in the pudding. But like I said, I only like to work with people who want help. I don't even come out here and pander for badges and stars. I'm appreciative to the people who give it to me, but I don't ask. There's a lot of people out here ask and pander. I don't see y'all buying badges. I don't see y'all buying stars. So many people come to my platform and have enjoyed getting themselves healthier for free, because I give out the information. I give it out for free. I've done it for years. If you want help, I'm here to help you. So to see that level of toxic energy, why? Because I had said something that hurt your feelings about something that you're not doing that is more than likely true? I'm unfollowing you. I don't want followers. This game is not, for me, it's not about followers. It's about like-minded people. Pooling people who have like-minded energy. Because if we can pool enough people that have like-minded energy, right, and we can move in a certain direction, then we can change things. This is not about followers. If I wanted followers, all I would do is take my damn shirt off. That's what half of the people want to see anyway. How many people have noticed over the last couple of years I don't even do that? Someone says, I'm sorry about your mom dying to cancer. You know what? When you grow in life, you realize that certain things are necessary. My mother's death was, unfortunately, a sacrifice that had to be made to shape me to realize where I really needed to be, what my real purpose was. So my mother's death was a blessing to me and y'all. I worked as a financial advisor on Wall Street. I'm highly skilled in doing a lot of other things. I have other ventures. All right? So I laugh when like I said, this game for me is not about followers. It's about inspiring people. Because at day's end, like I tell people all the time, we're all going to die. All right? And in watching both my parents die, right, it gave me a unique and very powerful perspective on life. The money, the cars, the nice houses, those things are nice. But that's not what your value is. Your value is what you put into people. And so that's why I appreciate the people that send me thank yous, that tell me about, how I was able to touch their lives. Because those are the people who are in my circle, but in my corner, because they understand my value. They understand that I have passed value on to them. There's a lot of people out here just sucking up air, waiting, hanging around, bought tickets to the party waiting for me to fall during the performance. That's sad. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even angry I don't get angry at people like that. I feel sorry for people like that. Because that's what you're going to do with your life. That's what you're going to do with your energy. As opposed to fixing your stuff. You get mad at the person that tells you, rightfully so, that stuff needs to be fixed. I mean, go back and look at some of the posts I make, right? And look at some of the venomous things that people say. Why? Because you butthurt because somebody pointed out the truth? Yeah, conversations like this don't make me popular, and I know that. And that's cool with me, because I'm not trying to be popular with you type of people. The type of people who will have that attitude, have that kind of energy. No, I'm not trying to be popular with you. I pick my friends, I pick my associations very, very carefully. And if I could take you out of my corner, out of my circle, I would. Because you're no use to anyone, including yourself. So you damn sure ain't no use to me. Now, if you want to be a productive person, right? Like my mother used to say, regardless of who says it and how they say it, before you get offended, especially when you're about to get offended, ask yourself, is it true? Could I be doing better? Could I be doing differently? And even when people send hateful things to me, I love when people send hateful things to me, first of all, because the people who are mad at you tell you the truth. All right? Or the truth, at least, is how they see it. And sometimes you need to analyze it. And the only truth I got out of what she had to say was, maybe they don't know the story. So that's why I told y'all the story. All right? Yeah, I've been dead broke. Twice. Nothing but this and this. And I clawed back. And you know what? It could happen again. And you'll see me again. I always tell people money's fickle. I've always said that. I laugh about that because you watch your parents. Well, like I said, we're very wealthy growing up, and we lost everything. It wasn't anything we did wrong, or I should say, they did wrong. Yeah, just gone. First 5 years I was in the United States. I had to go back to college and stuff. First 5 years I was in the United States. Didn't have enough money to buy my own jeans. I wore my cousin's Raffi. Raffi used to send me his hand-me-down jeans. That's what I wore for the first 5 years. I remember when I went to college, the first time it got, because, moving from Africa, you're not used to the cold. I think it got to 60 something degrees that day. I had never experienced anything like that. I thought I was going to die. All I had was a members only jacket. I was cold as hell. Right? I remember not having, I had, some cheap dress shoes and stuff like that. And one of my, friends in the dorm, Lenny Beck, loaned me a pair of red and white Air Maxes. That's what I wore for 4 years. That's my casual shoes. So it makes me chuckle when somebody like that makes that kind of statement. Be very mindful of those people that are in your circle, not in your corner. All right? And if you find yourself having that kind of energy, check yourself. Because it's not working for you. Okay? It's not working for you. And I've been a giving person my entire life. My mother used to say, man, I would love to be your friend. But be very mindful, guys. All right. And yesterday, I don't know what I said yesterday to make everyone think that yesterday was my birthday. Yesterday was not my birthday. My birthday is on Thursday. All right. But no, yesterday was not my birthday at all. Yes, I do have a birthday coming up, speaking of which, so that's Thursday. Thursday, June 30th is my birthday. I'm turning 25. So anybody wants to know that. 25. I know I've been 25 before, but as long as I have been, I will always be 25. All right? But that's all I have for you guys, man. Our life is going to be misunderstood by many. All right? And I never get all wrapped up in what people have to say about me. Be very mindful about your reputation versus your character. I focus on my character. All right? And a man of good character is well intended. And so anytime I speak, understand I'm speaking from a standpoint of love, compassion, and wanting to see everyone around me do better. I have no reason to want to see you not do well. Because the better you do, the better we all do. All right? There's not a single ounce of energy in me that wants someone else to fail. Because your failure does nothing to make me successful. All right? And so, I pride myself on being well-intended. But sometimes when you try so hard for people, it's very disheartening to see the people that you're trying to help be the ones who are trying to erode and stab you in the back and throw rocks. It's unfortunate. And if you find yourself being that person in someone's circle, but not in their corner, change that. It's not beneficial to you. It does nothing for you. And you only bring the collective down with your inaction and your unwillingness to better yourself, and thereby wishing everyone was doing as bad as you to make you feel better about what you're not doing. It's not a good place to be. All right? So, that's all I have for you guys. Transformation Tuesday. Change that. Okay? Change that and be mindful of that. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Media Blackout says I can't hear any sound. That would have to be you on your end, Anthony, because everybody else can hear me. I think so, unless everybody else can read lips, which I doubt. All right, which I doubt. All right. And yeah, so yeah, you're right. I mean, just because somebody smiles all the time doesn't mean it's all roses. I smile because why not? Why not smile? Like I always say, like I said yesterday, there's no such thing as bad days. It's bad perspective. That's all. You change your perspective, you change your life. I don't even get mad about what people have to say. You know, one of the things you'll learn about the things that people have to say to you, it's very rarely anything to do with you. It's mostly to do with them. All right. So that lady has some inside work to do. All right. And I hope she finds the help as opposed to hanging around the people that encourage her to remain in the state that she's in.